Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMV the Sexy Ninja in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. Let's start our week right with Raw. June 24th, 2024. The Miz and Cole on commentary. Pat's not there, and we're in Indianapolis. So let's get this going, man. Miz and Cole are talking, and like a shark, like Jaws, somebody walks by the camera. I was like, whoa! And it's Drew. He did not quit WWE. It was a ruse. He tricked us all so he can beat up a bloody Punk. He goes in. He has Punk's bracelet on that has AJ and his dog Larry on the bracelet and everything like that. Drew's like, your dog sucks. But the crowd is like, Larry. You know, so then Drew McIntyre declares he will be in the Money in the Bank, and he will win the Money in the Bank itself, and he'll go on to be world champion while Punk sits there alone, bruised, beaten, battered, everything that Drew McIntyre did to him. But this was a great way to open the show. I was just like, oh my gosh. And then we get a Wyatt 6 package from last week, and Chad Gable rolls up. Kathy tries to talk to me. He's shaking, he's stirred, he's everything. He's like, no, please, don't talk to me, please. I'm so damaged. I'm damaged goods here. I'm a damaged Chad. Sad Chad. But he has a bunch of security with him. We have extra security, of course, all around. Our first match of the night is Braun Breaker versus Ludwig Kaiser. And Ludwig gets an interview with Jackie beforehand. But this match was really fun. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? And out of nowhere, Sheamus interrupts, gets in Braun Breaker's business again, and ends in a DQ because Sheamus took out Ludwig. And Braun is pissed. He's like, what the fuck? Then we go backstage with the Judgment Day, and good old Dirty Dom is eating some delicious nuggies, and they're playing video games. They got presents from Liv. Damien's like, what the hell is this? I'm like, hey, look what we got from Liv. And Carlito like, it's cool. He's like, no, it's not cool. Then Dom gets a text. He's like, guys, look. And all of them like, oh. And freaking Damien goes, wepa. Oh, man, I'm really enjoying this stuff. But Damien's like, we need to stop playing games. We need to take care of Braun Breaker, Braun Strowman, I meant, tonight and everything like that. But, yeah, messed up like Ludwig did. I'm sorry. Then we get Braun going to Adam. He's like, hey, man, I'm really sick and tired of these guys getting in my business. I'm pissed off. I want my opportunity, my chance, the Intercontinental Championship. And here comes Sammy. Sammy's like, all right. Is that what you want? He goes, yeah, that's what I want. He goes, okay, Adam, make it official. Me, Braun Breaker, Money in the Bank for the Intercontinental Championship. And I was like, holy moly guacamole, what? It just happens. And it's so natural. And I'm like, oh my goodness, we're going to get Braun and Sammy at Money in the Bank? Yes, please. Then we go into a Money in the Bank qualifier match. Lyra versus Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler. Awesome. These ladies right here, they tore down the house. I'm really enjoying these Money in the Bank qualifier matches because they're bringing the fire. Put the gasoline and put a little more fire. Ooh. But Lyra got the win. Her first Money in the Bank. She's really moving up in the ranks, especially going all the way to the finals in the Queen of the Ring. Like, Triple H has a lot of money on Lyra right now. Like, he's looking at her as a top star. And don't get me wrong, I think she could be. I'm just waiting for that moment for everyone to be like, Lyra. Drew and Adam's backstage, and he's telling Adam Pearce, he's like, hey, happy birthday, Adam Pearce, by the way. I forgot to tell you that. That was his birthday on Monday. But Drew's like, give me my Money in the Bank. I'm going to be in the Money in the Bank. He's like, you got to earn it, Drew. He's like, oh, yeah? You guys keep saying earn it, but Seth is gone for a few months. He automatically gets a world championship match and this and that, and he goes, you guys keep screwing me over, so find a way, Adam. And he has found a way. He has a qualifying match next week on Monday Night Raw. And we get Liv Morgan wearing a shirt that says Daddy's Girl on it. Steamy. And she calls out Dirty D, But here comes Zelina Vega. And Zelina Vega's like, okay, you can keep... Well, I don't want to talk about Rhea Ripley's sloppy seconds. We get a sloppy seconds chant because Dominic comes out. This whole thing's getting crazy. Liv and Zelina start fighting. Ray comes in and pulls Liv off, and Dom pushes Ray, and Liv looks at Dom like, oh my God, he does love me. He likes me all. And Dom's like, oh shit, what did I do? So more entanglement. What's going to happen? Where are we going with this? When will Mommy return to beat down Liv Morgan? And now we have a program with Liv and Zelina. So I bet we're either going to have her pop up at SummerSlam. That's what I'm guessing. Like, Liv and Zelina will probably have a great match at SummerSlam for the Women's World Championship. And at the end of it, here comes Mommy. She's back in the building, and she beats the shit out of Liv Morgan with Dirty Dom watching. Or she beats the shit out of Dirty Dom. Because we're slowly seeing the cracks of the Judgment Day. Slowly. Kathy's with Adam, backstage. And then we go on to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins. Great package, man. I really like the song they chose for this. Then we have more Liv Dom backstage, and then Truth intervenes, and Dom's like, I gotta go. But Liv plays Truth. She's like, hey, Truth, you should you should guys have a tag team match tonight, World Tag Team Championship match tonight with the Judgment Day. It'd be really great. And Truth is like, oh, okay. Then we get Dom versus Rey Mysterio next week, but Liv really worked her hand here as she got Truth. She's like, you go make it official. Go tell Adam, like you want this match. And Truth is like, okay. And it comes back to a Miz who's on commentary with Michael Cole. And he's like, oh shit. He's like, I gotta go. I gotta leave. Then we have Michael Cole holding it down for the rest of the night on commentary. Oh, my goodness, man. Shout out to Michael Cole for doing that. He did a great job, though, by the way. And freaking Miz, I got to find Truth. Money in the Bank qualifying match, Braun Strowman versus Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed. I was like, let's go, Chad, against these two monsters. And he cuts a promo before. He says, hey, I'm going to face these two monsters now. I ain't scared. Chad ain't scared. Chad is rad, and Chad is bad. And guess what? He does win this match. Thankfully, to the Judgment Day, because the Judgment Day take out Braun Strowman. He's been a thorn in their sides for a while, but this helps Chad Gable get the win, and then we get the eerie smoke. Wyatt 6? Oh, Chad is the... he looked around. He's like, no, not again, please. He gets out of there, and she comes in, scary, and then she goes to Cole. She gives him a package, and then she leaves, and it's like, oh, okay. And Cole's like, then we get me just cut off. And I'm like, what's happening? What's happening here? But Cole has a VHS in this box. This was a message from the Wyatt 6. And he's like, we got to find a VHS player around here, folks. This, to all the kids out there, this is a VHS. Then we have Chad going to Otis and the rest of the Alpha Academy. And he's like, hey, man, I'm really sorry. Because he's got this Wyatt 6 problem now. He's like, I'm really sorry, man. Otis brings Maxine and Tozawa out, and Otis is like, what I said was true. We're done. We are done. So, and Maxine tells Chad, like, hey, you really hurt Otis. Just give him a moment. Give him a chance to cool out. Then I'll talk to him. And my favorite part here is where Chad's like, damn. I just need a bodyguard. Turns around, and it's the Creed brothers and Ivy. Like, are you all right, Chad? Chad's like, oh, so we're hinting at the new Alpha Academy. My wife's a little pissed off, though, because she's like, we built such a great heel Chad, and now he's vulnerable Chad, but where are we going from here? I'm like, this is what I've been waiting for, the Creed brothers and Ivy to team up with them. A new Alpha Academy, a new stable for Chad, and still keep Chad bad. That's the goal. Then we have Fire Dawn versus Carter and Chance. It was okay. Fire Dawn for the win. But Damage Control attack afterwards. They beat the shit out of Fire and Dawn because they want those tag team championships. Then we get Damian walking to the Judgment Day quarters. Liz walks out. He's like, what? And Finn's on the thing. And he's like, hey, what's up, man? And he's like, I just came back to get my championship. It looks like you're being a little cozy here. He's like, hey, man, look, she got us a World Tag Team Championship match tonight. I'm going to take what I can. She's giving us all these gifts and stuff, but maybe she ain't that bad. And Damien's just like, damn, dog. Like, you know what? You guys figure your stuff out. And Finn has this look after Damien Lee. He's like, like, fuck you, you know? So, slowly the cracks. Slowly. We finally get Miz and Truth together. And Truth says, he's doing it for love. He's doing it for love. He says, yes, it's on, our World Tag Team Championship match. And Miz is like, God damn it, Truth. Then we go into Damian Priest. And does his thing on the mic. Here comes Seth Rollins, and he tells him, like, hey, man, it's going to be me and you. And I want to sugarcoat I want to put more cherries on the top of our match at Money in the Bank. Tells him, like, if I lose, I cannot go for that world championship ever again while it's on your shoulder. And Damien's like, yeah, that's cool. And he goes, but if I win, you leave the Judgment Day. And Damien's like, oh. But then Damien says something that made me and my wife go, oh my God, is where he goes, well, you know what? I don't need the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day needs me. And I'm like, oh, what will Finn say? What will Mommy say to that reference? Is he loyal to Mommy more than the Judgment Day? Ooh, this was some spicy shit. But then to make it even more spicy, the Ring General, the King General comes out, Kunta. And I was like, oh, yeah, he's there too because he has a match at SummerSlam against either of these two. And I'm like, oh, Kunta comes out. He's like, hey, everyone's looking forward to this match. I'm looking forward to this match. But understand, you're going to be the best of the best that night when you two fight each other. But when you come to SummerSlam, I'm better than both of you. So good luck. I was like, Gunther, you son of a bitch. The VHS gets played. Cole says, here it is. And man, oh man, you talk about some heavy shit. It's Uncle Howdy interviewing Bo. Uncle Howdy's like, how did you feel when your brother died? And Bo is giving this very great emotional promo, like, my brother was everything. I wanted to be with my brother. And I want, just this emotion, it kind of made me tear up. But then it gets more eerie, and he's just like, but we reminded them who we are. Just this great, I can't do it word for word, but man, just this great delivery of like, yes, and the Wyatt Six are here to remind everybody. And we have reminded everybody who the fuck we are, and I was just like, oh, and if we're getting shit like this, like Triple H announced for Netflix that they're going to be uncensored on Netflix, and it's going to be a 2-hour show, which I'm very excited about. I was like, that's the thing Raw will benefit from, and why SmackDown last week was such a fucking banger is because they had, it's 2 hours, an hour and a half because of all the commercials, but they have this time now to be like, okay, let's really pack this together and tell some great stories. Because this 3-hour thing, like, you just have matches because kind of thrown in there just to be thrown in there just to have. So I'm excited for the Netflix era because I want to see more of this stuff. I want to see what's going to happen, the blood, everything. This is really good, though. You should check this out. If you can check out anything, watch this. If you're not a pro wrestling fan, you're just here listening, just go watch this. It's dope. Kofi Kingston versus Karrion Kross. Kofi gets distracted because the Final Testament are attacking Xavier. Karrion Kross gets to win, and there's this weird little story of them trying to get Xavier to come to the Final Testament. So I'm really I'm not feeling it, but okay. All right, now the World Tag Team Championships are on the line. The Judgment Day versus Awesome Truth. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, Liv Morgan comes out. Dom comes out, Carlito comes out, Braun comes out, scares off Dom and Carlito. Liv's still out there, and Liv, she gets R-Truth, poor R-Truth, distracted, gets him on the ropes, and the Judgment Day get the win because Liv Morgan gave them the win. Liv did that. I was like, oh my God. And Finn can be like, look what Liv did for us. Now we are the World Tag Team Champions, Damien. So maybe she ain't all that bad. And I'm like, oh, this is going to get spicier next week. I cannot wait for Raw. And they said, too, the WrestleMania documentary finally will be July 3rd. Royal Rumble, February 1st, 2025, will be in Indianapolis. And with all those other shenanigans, and 2026 is SummerSlam, the 2 nights. SmackDown this week's going to be at Madison Square Garden. So we got a full week of just awesomeness, man. I give this Raw a solid 5 out of 5. My match of the night was Lyra, Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler. That was awesome, dude. That's a fucking match. And this World Tag Team Championship match was awesome, especially with the twists and turns and everything going on. That's it. That's all. Tell me what you thought of the show. Monday Night Raw, June 24, 2024. Miz and Cole on commentary for the first hour, and Michael Cole holding it down for the last 2 in Indianapolis. All right, y'all. Share your grandma show, the bum down at Walmart. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. Get yourself that sweet nWp logo created by Penta X. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Eye of your dog. Eye of your wife. Eye of your family. In my corner now.